Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, the rematch. Everyone is talking about it. We saw both of them take part in interviews discussing their plans for 2025. Both guys haven't been in the ring since their first fight back in April. Ryan obviously being suspended, and Devin, I would imagine, doing some self-improving, because after a loss like that, I could only imagine how mentally distraught you are. I mean, I even heard rumors he suffered a broken jaw, and there are now supposedly talks about a rematch happening early this year. Turki Al-Sheh, the guy that's been putting on these great cards over in Saudi, he's been calling for that fight to be made, and apparently there was an offer put on the table as early as yesterday for Ryan and Haney to both fight as early as May or April. Now, there is a catch because of the controversy last time out with Ryan getting caught using PEDs. There will be daily drug testing implemented into this fight. Devin Haney has agreed to the terms, Ryan, however, has not, and that might look bad on his part, but the people that run VADA, the ones who do the drug testing, he thinks that they tainted his piss, because he's still saying to this day he didn't take any supplements, so he thinks it was an inside job. The problem is the New York State Athletic Commission also had him come up dirty, so, you know, that kind of throws that theory out the window. Now, if you guys remember a couple months ago, Haney had sued Ryan for battery, that being another one of Ryan's demands for the Haneys to drop the lawsuit, which is looking very unlikely because Bill is unhappy. And so am I, because I just wasted 30 minutes talking about why this fight's not gonna happen, just for it to get confirmed that Haney dropped the lawsuit and Ryan agreed to VADA. It took 4 hours for him to give in. So now I guess we talk about how the rematch goes, since it's pretty much confirmed. There's a couple things I want to touch on, that being the PED situation and how much of a role it played in that fight, because again, Ryan had been tested throughout the lead up. His final test by VADA was April 4th. It came back negative, but he got popped April 19th and 20th, the day of the fight. Because you got to think, if he wasn't cycling, then how much could have really been in his system? And even watching him during the fight, he had a great first round, but after that, you could tell he was fatigued. I still think Ryan beats Haney. The whole build-up, Haney was saying all he has to do is avoid the left hook. Opening round, gets caught with it in the first couple seconds. And there wasn't much from Haney this fight. I think a lot of his success just came from Ryan's inactivity. And you got to think about that going into the rematch. How much will Haney rely on his offense rather than defense? Yeah, so I worded that wrong. How much will he rely on his defense rather than offense? Because you got to think, I think I explained it anyway. If he just decides to take the defensive route and jab all night, we saw a lot of the left hooks land off Haney's jab. And Haney without his jab is like Deontay Wilder without his right hand. It's his best punch. On top of that, if you show Ryan too much resistance and aren't willing to engage in a fight, then he's going to bring it to you. And we saw that occur a lot in the first fight, and Haney was not interested. But there could be another way Haney's looking at this fight, and I think it could lead to the worst possible outcome for him. Him being confident enough that the PEDs were solely responsible for him losing. Because if he just thinks the PEDs are what made Ryan so powerful, then he's gonna get beat again. Because that's what Ryan's been known for, having speed, power. Like, make no mistake, if you underestimate or in any way look past Ryan's power, you're gonna meet the same fate as a lot of his other opponents. This is a guy who got beat by Gervonta Davis, got stopped, first loss ever, made his return against Oscar Duarte, who is a machine. Just recently knocked out Jojo Diaz, which is one of Haney's best wins. Ryan went in there and knocked him out. A guy who had never been stopped, let alone knocked down. It wasn't PEDs, it wasn't steroids, it was none of that. It was all natural power. I can't sit here and believe that if Haney gets caught with one of those, it's not gonna have the same effect on him as it did last time, especially with all the damage he took from that fight. That could have caused long-term damage to where if he didn't take the right amount of time off to recover properly, he could probably get knocked out. And you gotta think, Ryan being the way he was going into the last fight,
fear coming in your mouth like a bitch.
If he goes into this next fight focused, fully prepared, come up with a actual game plan strategy, because I think Ryan was just winging it last time out. Like I said at the beginning of the video, mentally, how is Haney dealing with that loss? In the build-up, you know, they could talk there back and forth, but once he's back in the ring with him, you know, the last memory you had with this guy was him knocking you down continuously. That haunts fighters and just leaves you there overthinking every little thing, makes you less confident in your shots. So if I throw this, could I get countered? So if I was him, I would take a tune-up, move around in there, test the chin, see how it's holding up, then maybe run it back later this year, beginning of 2020. 2026. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.